I said everything is connected to each other, a Kegon, and I posted 20 minutes video just a while ago. And prior to that, I was talking about death rate. I'm at age 75. According to the actuarial data from Social Security, I may live up to 85, which is 10 years from now. It's getting shorter and shorter. Used to take, I thought, 3% chance of getting death every year. Now it's 4% for male. For female, it's every year. Have a chance at age 75 dying at the rate of 3%. I'm generally relatively healthy, and I'm mindful, meaning I use my brain so that I do exercise, eat the right food, go to check my health condition, and trying to have a calm and quiet mind so that I can generate wisdom. But having those two YouTubes developed and posted, I thought to point out something about death and life again. But in the video of 20 minutes where I talked about everything is connected to each other, life is connected to each other. That's the theme for this video. And at the same time, I mentioned about the connection. It's also to be found between the mind or the brain and heart or body. As we progressed, if that's the right term, or just following nature's way, as the Bible pointed, we were once in the Garden of Eden, but by eating the fruit of knowledge, we start to distinguish beautiful, ugly, right, wrong, good, bad, dualistic view, which helped us by using the brain to live long, but there's also suffering associated with that, using the mind of dividing things. If you say A, there's always non-A. So back to the connection discussion of everything. Here I was talking, the previous video I was talking about use the brain but listen to your heart, and the heart represents the core of our being, and everything is manifesting as if the law of nature prevails to us to be like amoeba or virus, to be monkeys and human and with a brain right now. And where we go in the future, I don't know. But there's that progression, but again and again, the root is the same. The heart is always there. Call it absolute, because that represents, in my view, the laws of nature. And accordingly, we live and die. So in the mind, we want to live long, forget about death, but it doesn't balance out. Everything is connected. The life comes with death. Okay, AI and all the stuff may stretch further to live longer. I'm 75. I may live 85. Death rate of 4%. But eventually it may prolong that by AI implementing and come up with a drug or whatever the way that they can detect and fix the problem related to health. And I'll be happy to live and enjoy, hopefully not suffering much. So I'm for it, but at the same time, AI may bring out a negativity of people abusing, like the brain. We abuse the AI that create more suffering. There's a huge tendency or possibility out there. So we again have to navigate our life, understanding all the connections. But the key message I wanted to share here is that whatever happens, absolute state of what goes on will remain the same. Only the constant is the law of nature. And someone may say that law of nature may shift, but that's governed by the law of nature, I would call it. So there's nothing, so that even the Big Bang and the black hole and so forth, there's some law of nature to make that to manifest in such a form, so that that remain the same. That's the basis, the core, and that's how we are here. So you can feel at ease that home is the heart, our home. Not in the brain is the secure place, because brain shifts back and forth as we know, and struggle, and it comes with a pain, suffering, may have some enlightenment and peace and fun of that, but you still play the game as God or the law of nature provided us to play. So the Buddha's expression is, everybody is like living in the palm of Buddha's hand. No matter how far you run away. There's some sutra talking about the Son Goku in Japanese, the monkey god, monkey king, I think, dashing to millions of miles and then put the name out and came back to Buddha. I went to the end of the world, and Buddha showed that, is this what you're talking about? That the signature or whatever they put on the, whatever that was there happened to be the finger of Buddha. So everything is upon the Buddha. And that's the notion of the Shin Buddhism, that it's okay if you have the delusion, because you're still on the palm of the Buddha. So be with it. And their notion is Namu Amida Butsu, Amida Butsu. Amida Buddha is always saving you, because that's your home. Again, home, the heart, the law of nature, or the nature, natural thing manifest. Even the human artificial intelligence is based upon the nature, neuroscience. And we may succeed to live long and may not die. Well, theoretically it could be possible, but in billions of years, all the galaxy state, everything changes. The changes the nature. They go back into the black hole. So the point is this, that accept everything as it is. Life, death, suffering, enlightenment, pleasure, playfulness, all on the palm of Buddha. Be at home. When you're lost, go back to home. Either saying or believing Namu Amida Butsu, Amida Buddha would help you, or just have your mind empty. Maybe focus on breathing or inner body sensation. Mind empty, nothingness. Came from nothing, back to nothing. Nothing is at the base. That's another way to put it. And learn that, or unlearn the human-generated false sense of self and desire, but rather the desire and will we live at home is the will of the universe. That's how it's manifested, for whatever the reason, with this form and the state we are in. Be at home. Remember. So when you're suffering, stomach hurting, just relate to the state instead of ignoring and fighting. It may be natural, but ultimately, be at home.